All right, look, just hang with me, cause we ain't gonna worry about that. We're gonna talk about blood, but we're gonna have to ask Google a few things. Blood in human computer. Just hang with me. Let me see what this says. What does the heart do for the human anatomy?
According to Better Health Channel, the functions of the heart are to pump blood and oxygen around the body and deliver waste products, carbon dioxide, back to the lungs to be removed.
Yeah, but without blood, it can't pump. Do you understand what I'm saying right quick? That's a lie. This is a reflex. It's a reflex. It's an echo of that sun up there. And that same sun up there sending those that you can't see into the ground, bringing out what I've wiped out. Do you understand? Is what builds the blood. And then the blood in return makes that do that. Let's get that established. Let's see. Multiple layers of tissue. This is made of multiple layers of tissue. That's what it says. Alright, so let's go over here. This says the food and drink taken into the stomach and the air breathed into the lungs furnish all the materials of which the body is composed. By the juices of the stomach, pancreas, and liver, the food is dissolved and the useful particles are taken up by the absorbents. You see how we've talked about how the mind absorbs the TV? Listen, this son of a bitchin' thing has fucking literally imitated everything natural. It is fucking, listen, I don't want to read no more because it's just like the fucking movie Butterfly Effect for me. You never understand it. These are carried to the lungs where by the addition of oxygen from the air they are changed to blood. The blood supplies the materials necessary for forming every tissue and fluid in the body and for carrying forward every process. And an analysis of the blood shows it to contain organic and inorganic matter. The organic constituents are sugar, fats, and albuminous substances. The inorganic constituents are water and certain minerals commonly called cell salts. Of a living human being, water constitutes over 7/10. The cell salts about 1/20, organic matter the remainder of the human anatomy. Let me try to now what I'm going to do is go to this book on blood, and it says, I can't tell you what it is because nobody will get it anyways, but it's impossible to understand it because you don't know who you are. Anyways, it says you are aware that it is by way of the blood that the inner man, that's your inner self, comes into contact with that which is exterior. And that in the course of this process, man's blood absorbs oxygen, which constitutes the very breath of life. Through the absorption of this oxygen, the blood undergoes a renewal. Through the oxygen. Wear a mask. And see, what if they told you that? Fresh air renews you. Your mind and everything. No, it's in you. It's everywhere. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Listen, you don't understand. You should. I mean, these are little Arimonic demons we deal with, standing right next to us. They're little Arimons. They can't. Their only value is this. That's it. That's their only value. But they have no idea that every little invention, everything that has been thrown at them, they have absorbed it. The same way your anatomy absorbs all the stuff we're talking about to create your blood. But anyways, you absorb this technology and it creates the Arimon. He is fucking crazy. Putting this down. God, listen. After this, I'm going to do a video about channeling from the unseen. I'm going to do a video about channeling spirit. Because it's that's spirit. So when you eat an herb from where you grew it, you're channeling spirit of God. When we watch something channel into our eyes, the channels, we're channeling script writers, black magic magicians that get off on creating your emotions. And then that way in time, when it's time to change things, you have these Arimonic demons in you going, don't you hurt my feelings. I've got 1,000 hours of Disney in a month. It's black magic. It says through the absorption of this oxygen, the blood undergoes a renewal. The blood, I hope I don't mess this up. The blood which is presented to the in streaming oxygen is a kind of poison to the organism, a kind of destroyer and demolisher. But through the absorption of the oxygen, the blue-red blood becomes transmuted by a process of combustion into red life-giving fluid. This blood that finds its way to all parts of the body, depositing everywhere its particles of nourishment, has the task of directing and simulating the materials of the outer world and of applying them by the shortest method possible to the nourishment of the body. So we're do you see? We're a battery already. The sun, fucking moon's positive and negative. This is charging the ground. Okay, it's up to us. We got to build the blood. No, man. We got to drive through down there. We get pizza on Friday, tacos on Tuesday, hamburgers on Wednesday. Then we get some fucking coupons at the end of the week so we can give our parents, because they done went through that shit too. Big Ponzi fucking mind control scheme. So, what you don't know to the goy, with what little bit of fucking brain you got, is this. Your blood has been developed from day one, not natural. You're a battery. So when you don't consume what is charged from the magnetic field from God, and you consume chemicals made in labs, processed, thrown together, with no love whatsoever, and then consumed, that turns into that being. And then you morph into all this fucking, the weakest technology it's ever been on this fucking earth in physical form. This is the most weakest fucking shit ever. Trailer park, ghetto, as my brothers and sisters would say. I'm down there. What's funny is the journey that I've been forced into by the goy around me. And y'all know that I've accepted my path. And I've gone with the fucking flow. And I have gone I literally go to the shittiest fucking places that you could go. So I'm in there with the poor folks, even though I'm not fucking poor. I'm the richest person in the world on the inside. I see the fucking despair, and I see what you've programmed them to be, and all that misery and how you get off on that shit. You don't hear. Whoever you are in physical form, your beef is not, I'm not, it's what you fucking are and who fucking created you. The unseen is my beef. You see a physical form here, you're not dealing with Matt. Every fucking human being right now is under black magic. Every one of them. Their blood has been designed around the chemicals. images. The billboards are flashcards to get you to desensitize your little bitty mind. The sensorium organ, your faculties and senses are developed inside, and then the chemicals in your blood is man-made. So you learn everything inside. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You're not who you are either. You're this deity that gets up, take pills, looks at this, and then goes and does whatever it tells it to do. You're the fucking product. You are. You're the product. This is the, if you can get there, you've got spirit in you too. You're the only one that can unlock it. And you have to build your faculties and your senses. You got to learn how to build your blood. You got to learn how to be battery. That, which brings up another point. Let me see what my fucking nemesis put on here. Let's see what they say it is. Let's see what they say. You're a computer. That right there is the motherboard. That's the circuit board, just like you have in your house. This house is a human anatomy. All the little components in it, the nervous system, it's your electrical system. You know, the vehicle, there's the headlights. The battery is positive and negative, pineal and pituitary. Cerebrum and cerebellum, that's the motor and transmission. The RAM of the computer, which stores memory, that's the cerebrum that stores memory. You an unseen deity. Your name's irrelevant. It only means something on a piece of paper that's a document to a slave corporation that controls the whole fucking world. There's nothing we can do to help you. You will deny all these forces that you have into you, that have been given to you through AI and these emotions and everything. When you go across, they'll come out. Your thoughts and all that shit will come out as demons, figures. Smells will be figures. So since I'm always outside smelling my shit, I'll see those figures will be angels. And since y'all have chemicals stuck in your walls everywhere, we gotta kill everything. I'll rub it on you. All those demons surrounding you. I can already see them around you. Look, when they first developed the infrared, I think it was red in the beginning. And there's some videos still out there. But look, I said it a long time ago. They've got technology to where they can see our souls whenever we die, ascending and sitting around doing whatever. Well, the army had them to where they had developed them to where you could fucking see the impulses of the dead. So what they were doing was fucking shooting at the unseen. And they were going, why they were just shooting, just popping off all of a sudden. Well, they were seeing the unseen. And then they had to change all that shit. Because you're in a magnetic realm. You don't know that. You have an impulse. How does the human anatomy run if it's not a battery? It says our bodies run off electrical impulses. It says, where's our battery? Can science make an electrical machine that does not have an electrical source? But our source is the sun and the moon. The sun's connected to the pineal. The moon is connected to the pituitary. Positive, negative. Streaming. That's why you got rubber on your feet. It's to block you. And then if you that's what I'm saying. What's in me is in you. Not the same, but it's in you. Let me read some more right quick. Hang on. Actors say that they inherit spirit for roles. So when I say you're not dealing with Matt, that's what I've done, only I have inherited the opposite of what they do. To cast, since they're the cast, and then they're acting, so they're casting spells into the brain of the dumb goy who don't even fucking know they are. They're not. You don't have a clue who you are. Hang on. It says how to use the human body as a battery, question mark. Okay. Oh, that's what we were going to do. Semen. Semen glows in a black light. So if semen glows in a black light, that means it's electric. Yeah, and that fluid is a force. Okay? It's just like anything. The more you deplete something, let's just say a bank account, because that's what your brain is, the potassium phosphate, caliphos. And the more we deplete the semen, then the more it keeps us deficient. And that's why the groups are pushed to the sex. It's disgusting. I mean, in AA, you know, there's sex addicts in there. In the group, they represent sex. Orgies and everything. It's not real. And then motherfuckers, your blood has been designed around chemicals. You're not real. You go through your schooling and get coupons to fucking brands. I can go to any town and it's the same fucking brands. It's the same ones. They got rid of branding us and then make us wear brands and then put the black and white and brown ambassadors up there, sponsors, and then the dummies down here, we feed off of that. Everything's been controlled. What you hear and what you see, it's flashcards and drill their fucking little ears so much to where they're just handicapped. And then you become in this Ahrimanic deity that just goes, he's crazy. I memorized in school and got a piece of paper. I live in $1 million neighborhood. Yeah, but who created the money? Who created the school you went to? Who created the fucking books? Who created the ability to just memorize some shit and there you go? The people the unseen did it. But the people in flesh form, look, in 1984, Winston, the guy in there says, towards the end, when Winston's getting reprogrammed, and he goes, you see me as an old man, sitting here talking about power and everything. And he said, but I just represent one cell. Okay, all right. Do you see what I mean? I keep saying it. They took it from us. So if all these little bitty Luciferian unseen deities that control the Ahrimanic are cells, okay, then this is trillions of cells that make this body. So what they're doing is making, but it has to do with the other side though. See, once they get all the blood, see, they can't do nothing without our blood. Like when there's not many people on earth, there ain't a whole lot they can do. Because they got to have blood. See, blood is so big. Hang on. Look. Here's blood. Blood sorcery. Bible. So, right off the rip, this sorceress says, my 9 attending demons are named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and most powerfully 9. So you got gematria. But see, in here, she teaches the whatever, just like the rest of them, that, see, your blood, there's arterial blood, venal blood, and it's going to draw different spirits. So when you cut yourself, you have no idea of what's all around you in the unseen. Okay? But with this, if you go watch Hunger Games, this is satanic. They'll tell you it's not. It is. Because it has to do with demonism. And demonstrations, you want a demonstration? That's demonism. See how they just work you into it? But anyways, this is about the Hunger Games. Hey, let me cut my hand. Oh yeah. And see, they're turning the whole world into black magic fucking shitty Ahriman. And I'm just trying to be really lazy about explaining it because the average brain can't understand it. But they're creating a one world blood currency, not physical currency. See, you can't see that. See, remember I'm teaching you, you don't look at the surface. You got all these people, man. You're creating a one world monetary system. No. See, in order to control the other side of the impulses and everything that we have, and the currents from our soul and our spirit, then they have to give us so many of these, and then these that are in the foods and everything like that to the humans. And then once you get that in there, eventually the old people, their money's falling off. You know, they're fixing to consolidate it, but eventually they'll have to where it's Starbucks, those chemicals, Dunkin' or whatever, Domino's, these, the fast foods, and that's it. So when every fucking life form goes over, it's the same blood pulse, the same currency. That life has no life. It's been developed inside. Through this. Occipital lobe, sensorium organ, faculty, senses, imagination inside. Never outside going, damn! Not once. Not once. So all of that energy, not the blood too. Now you've got the life of the individual. I'm being neutral. So now you got the life of the individual literally turning their back on the creation by design. Every one of them. So now they go across with the corrupt blood, with all the force and the energy that they spent giving to the world and the gadgets and distractions that was created to make them fall into it in the first place. And then they go over with that shit. And then all their thoughts that come from the TV and all these images and flashcards, they come out as demons, cartoons, all that shit. Black magic. Look. This is the biggest, easiest test for you. Is it good or bad? Come on. It's this. It's bad. But see, and this is, I need to just do a video on what little demon that one is. Because see, you have a company, you have a corporation that's already dead, but there's nothing else around. Okay? And so what you do is you come into a land and you bring these orphans and criminals and slaves and you set up a community. You're setting up shop, getting this bullshit going. And then you have the monetaries. You created the money. There's nothing there. What is money? Well, there's a store. We're going to bring in some products. What are those? That's in there on the shelf. You're going to go in there and buy that with this. Well, what is that? It's a drink. We're going to start selling them in there. And then you can get a route. And then we're going to pay you commission. What is that? Money. The whole ideal is money. Money. Look at possession. And then Ahriman is developed. The astral and the ether body. Your spirit, your soul never gets watered. You're just this being for them that just thinks materialism is the only way. And it's the worst way. It is the satanic way. And those of y'all that don't believe in none of that shit, if you've made it this far, we'll do a video on satanic gematria. And the thousands of 666 phrases, because a phrase has to do with enslavement of consciousness. So when you read a caption in their newspapers, and it's highlighted in parentheses, what you don't know is those letters are really numbers in a sequence that have to do with demons. And then you channel that through your fucking eyes. And then what the initiates do and dummies like me, I can read it for what it is. And they're giving clues, hints, what's coming to their brothers and sisters without even getting on their little tablets, without even fucking doing anything. They're very secretive at what they do. They are very disciplined at what they do. This Luciferian spirit that they are, it'll look right at you. It lives a whole life for Jesus. And it's a Satanist. So, it should tell you something about the other side, those of y'all struggling with that. In your goy mind, you've got heaven and hell. You don't give me no other information. You give me nothing. So, we had to go find what God wanted us to find and to rediscover that's been flushed. You know, it should. When we tell you that the trap is that when Satan can fill your head up with much shit, bullshit, fake stuff as possible. Because your sensory perception of this world, Okay? When a human being can't look up, they're not a human. That means everything about them has developed inside, like we've said. You're an animal. Your birth certificate says commerce. All right? But it's the same way the human anatomy is the cells, is billions and trillions of cells. Well, a room is a cell. So you've got the hospitals, the jails, the schools. Those are all cells. Cells. It's a cell. It's cells. The earth for Satan is one big fucking anatomy right now. He's already there. You just don't know it. You can read in these books when Darwinism and that shit came around, how the literally mass setting up communities and putting globes on desks. Keep going, fly, woo! You know, it was just overboard. But that's what they do. Like I said, though, my geographical location here, this was the last to go. It was the last to go. All right. Let me see something. There was something else I was going to say and I don't remember. It says the blood absorbs those pictures of the outside world which the brain has formed within, transforms them into living constructive forces, and with them builds up the present human body. Blood is therefore the material that builds up the human from its cosmic environment, the highest substance it can possibly obtain, oxygen, which renews the blood and supplies it with fresh life. In this matter, our blood is caused to open itself to the outer world. Okay? Ocean water is positive. Fresh water is negative. When you get a positive and negative shot. You get a saline and a salt, right? Two different. It's the same thing. The particles that are in the ocean water is actually in your blood. So now we're getting somewhere. So now we're starting to learn how the ocean runs the earth. Hell, one of the main components, how that water, 70% water. Okay, all right, so the ocean water is going to be the blood. Without it, earth ain't going to run. None of this is going to happen. So without your blood, without you knowing what your blood is, then you're going to be corrupt. There's no other way. We cannot give you that. We can draw, look, there's a line right there. That's what it was. You create those corporations, it's not hard. You just bring them in. We're slave traders, dude. And you raise them, and whoever's the smartest one or couple, guess what? You're going to run this corporation and be a millionaire one day. And then your great-great-great-great-grandchildren's going to be like, my fucking great-great-great-great-granddaddy built this. Does it poison people? Yes. And that's the goddamn thing, is when you can't fucking see that and how it is glorified. Like what we've been trying to tell you shouldn't be, then you fucking stupid. There's no other fucking way of looking at it. Listen, and that's the whole thing. And you got these Christians running around, hey, praise Jesus. Man, I made $1,800. This is probably in the 50s and 60s when they was really fucking pumping out that commission. Man, I made $1,800. Hey, now, and here comes the churches in. Well, we got to give 10%. Think about, do you see the fucking Ponzi scheme? When you set up that, there's not much going on. So we're going to have some churches over here. We're going to have money flying around because we got to have some generational money coming down the road so these fuck-ups, their children and great-grandchildren and grandchildren, when they come into it, we got gadgets and toys to make them fucking dumb as hell, so when they inherit that money, we'll just get it back because it's a game of Monopoly. It's all it is. It's fucking crazy. I don't even want to get into it. So here's the deal. I'm just going to write these two right here. All right? This is the Goy side, and this is the Matt side. And listen to me. We're not getting out of this. We are generationally poisoned. So it's ingrained into us. So you have to balance this out. You can't be 100% over here, which everybody is pretty much. They start the day off not even drinking any spring water. They just suck the brain dry. It's already deficient because it's been fasting all night. So when you break your fast, you're eating. Break your fast, breakfast. Anytime you eat after a fast, that's breaking the fast. You're eating breakfast, not just in the morning. You're breaking a fast, breakfast, break fast. We don't do that. So a child, that's got rubber on now, getting blocked by the field. I've never had any material in me. I'm going to keep drinking these fucking sodas and now energy drink, now coffee. The brain's just so, it looks like a fucking raisin. Now I'm going to step into the fucking doctor at 30. Oh, you got cancer. Oh, I knew it. My mama probably had a hard time person. No, it's because you don't know shit about who you are. You're just put here to have that corrupt blood, to create this fucking one world unseen currency. It has nothing to do with what you see physically. This is the land of Maya. This is the world of illusion. Everything you see is a reflection of the other side, the unseen. Whatever you see happening here was an echo that already happened on the other fucking side. That's why it's not hard to tell people to get ready. They're so fucking dumb that the only thing that they prepare for is a vacation. And seeing all these brands and these cities that have designed these fucking dummies that don't know how to take care of themselves. They depend on a system. They depend on this. You stay there, we'll bring it to you. You just get bigger and get dumber. It's right. You keep getting sicker. Oh, it's everywhere, can't you? Oh, I'm Arimon. They're dumb. I have no fucking use for them. And then see, this thing's made me that way, but truthfully it hadn't. You can be the nicest, sweetest fucking person in the world and say you're for Jesus and you're a Satanist. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I don't want to make this real long. You're a computer. You are. Every invention that they made is from us. It's not hard to see it. It's just, you can't put the dick down. And that's what this is. Put it down. Just put it down. No! Put it down. No! You're wrong! People can't see it. You can only see. We can go back through the 1900s. I wish you could see what my brain gives me. If I could like print it out, you'd be like, fuck! Because you can see them inserting their little, it already been planned. They're going to go from newspapers to radio to TV to computer to, video games to AI and then to virtual reality and then to, eventually merging consciousness with AI or whatever. But see, even before all that, it was planned long time ago. But see, that's what y'all don't understand. Y'all's world is here. It's in Maya. You're in the illusion. See, they obey this. This is something that they obey. This is what they use right here against us. This is what they use against us. Should make sense. This is never fucking talked about at all. It's Satan. It's what the church says. Satan. Well, it shows you. They live a life for Jesus. Keep you inside. Keep you inside. Y'all do the right thing this week. All right, give me some more money. And I'm not saying all of them, but they're lost. And their job's to keep you from that. And so once you know the will of fortune and the true will of God, the will of God, W-I-L-L, then you'll understand. It's there for signs and seasons. It says it in Scripture. 4 seasons and 12 signs. Right there. If you stretch this straight way out, this would be a 12-inch ruler. This is where all height, width, and measurement comes from. This. Everything comes from this in us. This in us. So, I want you to think about this, though. We have to, even images, you got to start learning how to block these billboards out. let's say this is probably where I'm at. I'm getting lazier, but not really. So I'm about 75% on that side, 25% on this side each day. And I'm just throwing that number out there. And what I mean by that is if I fix, I'm around, I can be around coffee to where I don't have to go somewhere and buy it. But if I fix a cup, people will tell you I'll pour most of it out. I'll just get a little bit, but I still have to tie it in. I have to still add it up because it's that impulse. It's that stimulation. It's like, yeah. It's the same impulse that water would give plant life that's dehydrated. Only ours is bad. You understand? So, and I ain't saying it's horrible, but we shouldn't be. There's a whole better way coffee should be done than the way it's been given to us. Not the way that it is, I should say that. But I mean, it's like over here, it's the quinoa seeds, it's the, the beets, the avocados, the leaves, the smoothies and shit like that. Over here, it's going into these stores and I add that up, having to go into these fucking stores. So you got to be part of this system. It's like last night I bought one of them shit pizzas, but I loaded it up with basil, flax seeds, and a bunch of other shit. I know what to put in me, Because, truthfully, my appetite's not great, but I don't want an appetite because I'm not exerting my body much lately because I'm doing an injury. But, I've lost a little weight, but not much. But I'm not underweight or I'm not overweight. I'm in perfect shape. But to this world, it's like something's wrong with him. Yeah. So now they're making these dummies that are pathetic. Look at people like us, if you're in good shape, like, oh, yeah, they're getting skinny. It's like, there ain't no skinny to it. I'm on the latter end of 50. Yeah, I worked out, but there comes a time when warriors have to put the fucking meat every day down and all that other shit down because then you're destroying your anatomy on the inside. See, that's why they all blow their hearts up because they're too fucking dumb to reason with any kind of rational thinking whatsoever. That's got to keep getting bigger. And if we can get some shit going, to protect me a little more, we'll go live every day and we'll start for a year. We'll do a year transformation to where we'll start doing small stuff. We'll start learning how to build our blood. They'd shut that shit down. Do you realize that? You need to think about it. You go through school inside. You go to college inside. And then if you go to some kind of fucking mastership, PhD shit. Let's say you go through 6 to 8 years to be a expert inside memorizing. Now you go from that shit to the hospital inside. Now you're working 12, 18-hour shifts, and for 10 years we'll say you're banging it out, buddy. You're getting that experience. Is there any? Where are you outside at? You inside? Now you're inside. There's no fresh air and no structures or nothing. So y'all have absorbed all that AI technology, Arimonic. No fresh air, nothing. You got fucking bottles everywhere. It's the most disgusting industry ever. It is Circe. C-I-R-C-E. Google it. Circe is pharmakia. Pharmakia equals sorcery. No. Hell yeah. And fuck them. Don't let them deter you from doing the right thing. I love you.